Huge drugs and gangs problem. Learners there have previously been afraid to go to school because of the safety issue, and more than 1 million learners are expected to arrive at schools across the Western Cape today. 11,000 learners still need to be placed, and we cross now to our reporter Mariska Botha, who has more on the schools opening in the Western Cape. A very good morning to you, Mariska. We're still continuing our rolling coverage of the schools opening for the academic year in 2018. Where is the Western Cape province with regards to the education space?
Yes, good morning to you. We're coming to you from Lavender Primary School, where one of the grade 1 teachers has graciously allowed us in her classroom. She's actually continued teaching, and that's exactly what the MEC of Education in the province, Debbie Schaefer, wants to see. So maybe let's chat to Debbie about that and find out what's going on in the province. Good morning to you, MEC. Thank you for joining us. Where does the Western Cape Education Department stand? Are you ready for the school year?
We're ready for the school year. As you can see from the school at Lavender Primary, the principal has put excellent measures in place to welcome the new learners. In fact, he even had them here yesterday and the day before to make sure that they knew where to go and that they felt at home. And we've had very few tears, actually, considering some of them are only starting for the first time. But yes, we are busy. We've been busy for many months, in fact, preparing for the year, making sure that textbooks are ordered and stationery is ordered. And obviously, we try our best to make sure there's enough for classrooms and teachers, which is our biggest challenge. But we have measures in place to deal with those.
Of course, we are in Lavender Hill, and this area is known for the gang violence in the area. Safety at schools, where do you stand on that?
Well, obviously, it's a concern for us, an ongoing concern, which I've been doing my best to address within my limited mandate and budget. But I'm very pleased to see one of our interventions from our Department of Community Safety is in evidence here today with the safety kiosk that is being run. People are there every day from the police, and they're shared between 2 schools in this area. And the principal tells me it is definitely making a difference just having presence here. The principals also put in place excellent measures to make sure that there's good access control, so people aren't allowed free rein on the school premises, and people are controlling access at the gate in the mornings, which also helps. And yes, the school is very pleasing to see the condition of the school, given the poverty around it and the gang conditions. You can see it's a well-managed school with good leadership, because it's neat, it's clean, and they're doing everything they can to make it look nice, which also helps, I think, to reduce crime in some respects.
We know that Gauteng has 30,000 learners that they still have to place. Placement is a big issue. In this province, we're looking at about 11,000 learners. How far are you with that process?
Well, it was 11,000 on Monday. Schools only opened on Monday, obviously, so we don't have updated figures on a daily basis because it's an ongoing issue. We also may well find extra people coming today. So we have measures in place to deal with unplaced learners. They will be, every district has allocated a person as a contact person to ensure that people are assisted as soon as possible. But sometimes we have to wait until the 10-day SNAP survey to see where there are places available in schools if we can't find. But it's an ongoing process, and we're working as fast as possible to ensure that all our learners are placed.
Well, today is about the grade 1s and the teary eyes and the excitement, but there's also other pupils that are returning to school, and in the province you have a very strong focus on retaining pupils until matric. The retaining of pupils, just talk to us a little bit about that.
Yes, we see a huge drop in numbers of learners from when they start school to when they finish school. Now, you can look at it from grade 2, and we also have far too high dropout rates. And we have been focusing for a number of years now on improving our foundation phase, because we are hoping that in doing that, we will make sure the learners are better prepared and then are able to cope with the work, because I think some of the reason why they drop out is because they aren't up to speed with their reading and calculating. So that's one of the issues. But our big focus also is, of course, keeping learners in high school and between grade 10 and 12. And it's very tempting sometimes in the quest to be number 1 in the league table to perhaps discourage some people if we feel they aren't going to pass, or asking them to go as a part-time candidate or modularize their matric. And we focus very strongly on trying to ensure we keep as many learners in school between grades 10 and 12 particularly, so that they can get their matric, because that will be the best opportunity for them to have a better start in life.
Well, you heard it there from the MEC for Education in the Western Cape, Debbie Schaefer. One of their focus area is the retention of pupils from grade 8 to 12. With that, it's back to you in the studio.
Mariska, thank you so much for your time. We appreciate it. That was Mariska Botha speaking to us from the Lavender Primary School in the Western Cape. Let's now go back to the Northwest Province, where our reporter, Sinhle English,